particularly, when they're fresh, and even months after, when they come back to pick up their autopsy reports or things like that, and they really stop and start thinking about how much they really, really miss that person and the hole in their heart that they have. It surfaces. Grief never goes away. It just comes back in a different time, in a different form, a different way. I know that from personal experience. Well, this was my office, and then the secretaries were over there. They have different functions that they do. But this was my office, but we just were overrun with files, so we just had to move,
Okay.
So I work out of my house, and I just come back and forth and do what I need to do. The coroner's office, when I was elected coroner, was over in the emergency management building. And for whatever reason, we lost that office to one of the board of supervisors. And so they made a deal with me that they would renovate the upstairs of the Broomfield building, and I could just have unlimited space, and it was wonderful. And then the flood came, and we lost the Broomfield building. And from there, we went to the convention center, and then to the FEMA trailer, and so then we were placed here. And we were very glad to be here when they put us here after the storm, but, things change, and you outgrow your facilities. At least on a weekly basis, if not more than that, you'll have family members that come in wanting to find out what this means on a death certificate, or what a particular part of an autopsy means, or maybe to pick up the paperwork themselves, or to question why we're not finished with something that we've not gotten back from Jackson yet. So we have families in often.
They do have a lot of questions.
Well, it depends on what the death is. If it's an elderly person and an expected death, no. But suicides are always very difficult to deal with, and your drug deaths are difficult for family members to deal with, and so therefore we have a lot of drug deaths in this county. So we have lots of questions, and they all deserve to be answered.
The toxicology readings off of it.
And this is the space that you have to deal
Yes,
with it.
this is where we.
In the secretary's office.
In the secretary's office, yes. And she will usually, step over to the other office and.
All indicates looks like his death was a result of cardiac arrhythmias.
How big do you need?
At least this space over again. At least this.
These 3 rooms?
No, I would be happy to find one that had an additional room this size. I'm not asking for, something that's not reasonable. I think that, we're not as high profile as the sheriff's department and the district attorney's office, and certainly they have a tremendous workload, and they have more people, and they just don't really understand. I don't think the county in general understands what we do in this office. I don't think it's that they don't care, they just don't really understand.